Snake, this is McDonald Miller.
Oh.
It's been a long time.
Hello.
Master, what are you doing here?
I quit being a drill instructor, so I moved out here for some peace and quiet.
Oh, you
I'm in
too.
retirement, just like you. Once in a while, I still help train the Alaskan Scouts.
What a funny
Passing on your
coincidence.
skills to a new generation, huh?
Campbell told me about the situation here. I thought I might be of some use.
There's no one I'd rather have in a foxhole than you.
Well, I know lots about survival in a harsh environment. I've lived in Alaska longer than you, so call me if you have any questions about the flora or fauna out here. My frequency is 141.80.
So I love it that there's like all these, everyone has like a, this feels so nice that there's like this like team supporting you and everyone kind of has their own role, so you can call them up about all sorts of like different topics that might help you. Let's give the Master a call right away. Master Miller, Snake's mentor, I suppose. And also apparently friends with Big Boss, which I'm pretty sure that Kojima had not planned that out yet when making the first Metal Gear Solid, but in the later ones where Big Boss, you get to play Big Boss in his career in the Cold War, it turns out that Miller was hanging out with him, helping him out, you know, in his younger years. Fascinating. Yeah, but it is a little weird having played those to then come to this game, and like, Miller never mentions his past history with Big Boss in this game, because, you know, it just didn't exist yet. But yeah.
Snake, you've got to think. Your mind is your most dangerous weapon. If things are getting too complicated, try to simplify your thoughts. You can also try calling Campbell for advice.
Yeah, even he says, like, he'll help you out, Campbell will give you clues. So this game has a first-person mode. Even when we're standing around, you saw me do it a couple of times. You can hit triangle and have a look around in first person. You can't shoot yet, I don't think. Although they mentioned an optional first-person thing when I was reading the blurb for this, like, this is Metal Gear Solid Integral, which is like an updated version of Metal Gear Solid. So maybe this version has a version where you can shoot in first person, but originally you couldn't do that in Metal Gear Solid. You could only look around in first person. That took a little bit more finagling. They finally realized it in Metal Gear Solid 2, a couple of years after this one, where you can actually aim and shoot in first person, which really opens the gameplay up. Like, Metal Gear Solid 2, it's,
I moved the DARPA chief to the cell.
divisive, you know?
What about the vent shaft cleaning?
They just opened the vent covers. They're about to start spraying for rats.
Uh-oh.
First floor basement ventilation shaft.
Shut those covers as soon as they're done spraying. Also, keep your eye on that woman in the cell. Don't get careless now.
Woman in the cell?
We'll have to go check that out then, don't we? Well, but now we know where the DARPA chief is, one of the two hostages we gotta save. Basement first floor. We're gonna have to go check it out. Anyway, yeah, Metal Gear Solid 2, certainly divisive on a lot of fronts. I have a hard time picking which one I like more, this one or 2. But definitely the one thing I'll say is that the gameplay is really advanced in 2 compared to this one. It's like really fascinating in that sense. Let's see, where are we going? Ooh, there's a room with a camera there. Hopefully the camera doesn't see here into the vents. So hope no anti-mice spray comes in Snake's face. We are no sneaky rats, so don't worry about that. What do we have in here? Doesn't look... bookshelves. Some kind of office space? Alright. We'll carry it on. There's all sorts of crazy, like, maneuvers in MGS2. Like, you can, like, roll out of cover, and you can, like, jump out of cover and take shots and jump back in, and all sorts of amazing maneuverability, hanging off ledges and everything. Yellow!
Press the action button to drop down.
Oh, thanks, Colonel. I will do that. First, I'm just gonna go pick up whatever this is. I think that's just a ration, which we are already full on. They give us so many because, you know, there's a very real risk we would have screwed up and gotten caught, but... there we go. We are inside the base. Good job, everybody. Yellow.
Use the elevator to change floors. There should be a cargo elevator that you can take down somewhere around there. Try to find it.
Okay, we will look around for it. Ah! There's a camera right there. Oh my god, that was close. So these grates here, listen to the sound. We'll run here. There's a small difference in sound, but it makes all the difference. Like, these noisy grates will alert enemies nearby, versus running on this concrete here, which is just a nice little tap, tap, tap. So we gotta be careful while walking on these catwalks. So we gotta watch this camera. We could throw one of those chaff grenades, but I'm gonna try the blind spot trick. Nope, that door's not... Ooh! Control's a little loose. Trying to duck on the wall here. Game isn't... There we go. So this door is not opening. In fact, we'll find out later there's a number 2 there. We're gonna need a number 2 key card to open that. Just, you know, little spoiler for all you folks out there. For now, we're good. Although here's a room with another camera. Camera's got a nice big field of view, so we're good for now. Ooh, something's over there in the corner. I think this is what we saw when we were crawling through here. Let's grab that quick. Thermal goggles. Thermal goggles. Ooh. That looks a bit grody. Let's see if Nastasha tells us anything about thermal goggles. Or Campbell. Let's give quick calls to everybody.
Snake, didn't you hear that the DARPA chief was moved to a cell in the first floor basement?
There you go. Like I said, like, it's simple, but it like really well tells you what to do next. Or like gives you an idea on what your next move should be when you call Campbell. So simple, but so effective. Thermal goggles, tell me about them.
Thermal goggles work by thermal imaging instead of by amplifying light like the night vision goggles. They'll work just as well in complete darkness. Not only that, they can also penetrate objects stealthily.
Penetrate.
You will be able to spot claymores too, but they will tire your eyes out, so do not use them too much.
I feel like that's more of a call to the player rather than Snake, given that it looks freaking awful wearing these thermal goggles.
Snake, that floor is designed so that your footsteps echo. Listen, Snake, there's a way to walk so your footsteps won't be heard.
Oh.
I call it stalking. Here's how you do it. First, put your weight on the opposite foot that you're going to step with. Then, take a step so that your heel makes contact with the ground first. Then, as you slowly lower the tip of your foot to the floor, gradually shift your weight onto that foot.
Does that?
Use your knees to maintain the subtle balance. Try it.
Does that work in real life?
I can't do it.
Another way is to wear your socks over your shoes. If you crawl on your stomach, you won't make any noise either.
Yeah, I think that's the top advice we're supposed to have here, is crawling on it. Hold on, if I do like this weird tap shimmy... I guess that's not making any noise. Whereas if I do this like shimmy thing, I think maybe that's what Miller was talking about. I guess. Anyway, could also crawl around. That's always an option as well. Ooh, an M1 Abrams main battle tank. Ugh. Hope the terrorists don't think of jumping into that bad boy. Using that against us while we're in here. That would be very bad. If you guys watched back when I played Half-Life, some Abramses showed up there. They were pretty tough, although they didn't really move around in that one. That hadn't really been programmed into it. I think that guard down there can hear the clankety clank clank of the floor, so that's why it actually helped for me to crawl there. This stairway here, though, is going to be tricky, because this camera has a very good coverage of it. I'm gonna let that guy walk past because, well, let's test shimmy. Worried about this camera. First person mode, let's have a look. 1. Need a number 1 card to activate this. We do not have one at the moment. I have no cards. Yeah, I'm giving a bit of a spoiler here, but it's not hard to intuit. Okay. Gonna wait for that guy to walk his round again. I don't want him to hear me when I'm running on this noisy catwalk. Barely. I think the camera can spot you if you're on the stairs. So there's a grate on this vent here, so we can't use that. That's fine. There's a guard right over there. Oh god. There's a guard real close by. How am I gonna pull this one off? We need to try to get to the elevator, I suppose. By the way, this was the first of a bit of a stumbling block when we played this with my friend back in 99, 2000, 2001. My friend didn't know how to use the elevator, which, you know, all you need to do is use the action button nearby the elevator call button to just press that. But he didn't know that, okay? Like, he didn't speak super good English, right? So he didn't really pay attention to all the dialogue. He didn't understand what was being said. So, here's a hidey hole we can go into. Well, the problem is, I hate that the radar disappears while we're in here. It's really sucky. Ooh, level 5 on that great giant door, blast door over there. Another level 1 door. We're gonna have to remember these eventually. There he is. So I remember my friend explained that he could play up to this part of the game and then he'd just be perma-stuck and he wouldn't know what to do. And I think that... No! Wow. I got super lucky there. Yeah, I think the grate to the right, there's an opening there. That leads to, like, the feet of a soldier. I think it's the soldier who was outside the first floor grate. He would always just crawl there and get shot by the soldier, because we couldn't figure out what to do in this part. Which, as mentioned, we press here to call up the elevator. Gotta hurry, alright? So he couldn't do that, my friend. I don't blame him. Again, not speaking great English, not understanding all the dialogue. It's an easy thing to miss. I just think it's a funny story. So, basement 1. Oh god, let's go quick before that guy comes. Let's go to basement 1. See if we can find DARPA dude there. We're doing really good today, by the way. I mean, ignoring the 40-minute briefing session we had, like, I'm doing good progress in this game. I forgot how nice this goes. Oh, yellow. This is Snake.
Look at the radar. It's picking up the DARPA chief. He's the green dot. Hurry and rescue him.
On it. I think it's interesting. This green dot thing doesn't come up in this game after this part. Oh, that is cool. We can see the DARPA chief in there. Like, level 6. Wow. Yeah, I mean, we find the DARPA chief. He's got a special green dot. That doesn't come up in the game after this part, after we save the DARPA chief. I can't help myself. I gotta call the guys again. It's interesting to hear what they have to say in a new area.
It looks like the chief is being held in the cell. Find some way to get in there. Hurry up and get him out.
Yeah, and if you're like, I can't figure it out, you can call him again, and I think he'll give more detailed information at that point.
The nuclear weapons disposal facility on Shadow Moses Island was built at the beginning of this century.
Shadow
It
Moses.
was made only to temporarily store the nuclear warheads.
Why? If they wanted to dispose of them, why wouldn't they just dismantle them right away?
They cannot do that. You see, when you dismantle a warhead, you still have nuclear materials that must be stored. At this point, all of the nuclear material storage facilities are way past capacity.
Oof, that's bad.
But not stop dismantling weapons while at the same time pushing Start 2.
So you're telling me that this base was built so they could temporarily avoid being in conflict with Start 2?
Most people think that we live in a safer world now. But with all the dismantled nuclear weapons and waste around, the threat of nuclear terrorism has increased tremendously.
It's ironic, isn't it?
I guess. Like rain on your wedding day? Uh-huh.
Soldiers that have been forged in the fires of battle are used to catching naps whenever and wherever they can. There's a big difference between real soldiers and those kids who have only been trained in VR simulators.
Yeah,
After
kids.
playing for a long time, you should get some rest too.
Oh, that's really funny. That's really cute on the nose. We're gonna play for a while longer, like a half hour longer still, I think, since I took so much time with the briefing, and I know that's not everyone's cup of tea. So we're gonna progress with the main game. Yeah, so here's the thing. I'll just show quickly the choke thing I was talking. When you hit circle, you do like this punch thing. But if you don't have a weapon equipped, you do this. I can't remember. I think this is what you use to choke a guy, because look at Snake's hand motion. This is the weapon button, by the way. If I had a gun equipped, I'd be shooting with that. Whereas circle still does this punch. Yeah, punch, punch, kick combo. Snake's classic repertoire. So I think, yeah, if I get close to an enemy and I'm stationary and I hit this, I think I'll start to choke them out. We'll have to, at some point, test it out, I think, but I don't want to blow my cover, so we're not going to do that yet. What's this? Ah, fire extinguisher. Graphics are a bit PS1, but you can make out the word fire, yeah. By the way, can we bother the DARPA chief by... No, we can't. You saw me do that in the tutorial area. You can distract an enemy by doing this, which can come in handy if you can, like, loop around the enemy. So I might do that at some point. We'll see. For now, we're just gonna play this like this. By the way, I'm being really encyclopedic here. Once we get past, I want to say the second boss, I'm really gonna start to forget what you're supposed to do. Although this game isn't super complicated, so I think we'll work it out pretty well. I'm just saying that, like, I remember this game fairly well at this point. It's gonna get dicier later. We did play it with my nephew a while ago, so I'll remember some spots, but... Hello?
Snake, if you want to go up or down a ladder, just press the action button by the ladder.
I will do that, Colonel, but first I want to check out this vent over here. It's even on the map. Oh, it's closed off. Okay. And my rations are still full because I've been able to avoid enemy attention, although that tank trick nearly cost me. That was a bad move on my part. I'm sorry I almost busted us going under that tank. That enemy pattern was pretty rough. Also the weird kind of controls that are sometimes are a bit tank control-y when you're crawling around. Sometimes it's tank control-y and sometimes it's not. It's a little unintuitive when you're crawling, definitely. Running around is much clearer. Snake flips on a dime fairly easily, so easier that way, but let's progress. Here we are again, crawling through those vents. So we saw 3 dots there on the map, didn't we? Let's go check out. What do we have here? What's this? What's this? SOCOM bullets. Nice, we were actually missing a few. Now let's see. There should be a way to look down these grates. Action button? No? I swear there's a way to... Oh, right, you hit triangle, which allows you to look around, because that's the first person look around, so we just... Oh, that's a little jerky, but that's some kind of office room down there. Let's check this one out. Oh!
Kinda damn cold. I hate Alaska. Boy, oh boy, that woman is built all right.
Uh-oh. Guard is out of his chamber. His chamber? Next gen forces and he caught a cold. Poor guy. That character, by the way, just to, like, again, people who don't know Metal Gear Solid, I'm just gonna spoil this. That character ends up having an elaborate plot throughout the next 4 Metal Gears that doesn't really, like, come up until the 4th one, but there's, like, really goofy references to him throughout the other 2 next ones, 2 and 3. So that's just the kind of game this is. It has all this, like, elaborate, like, plot and silly little details up the gazoo that ends up making this really funny for people who are detail-oriented like that. And it's so funny that that guy, this, like, one throwaway guard ends up being, like, a part of the plot in a major way. Let's see, down here. Oh.
Is that a woman? Not
That must be, yeah, the woman that the guy mentioned. Damn. That's a lot of sit-ups she's doing. Doesn't even look like she's slowing down at all. Damn. She must have done 10 of those already. The guy wasn't lying when he said that she's built. Like, look at this.
Snake, the DARPA chief's signal is coming from somewhere in that area. Isn't there some place to drop down? Take a look around in first-person view mode.
So this is a little pushy, of course, I guess. Some could fault the game for being a little pushy in explaining things when the game thinks you're stuck. When, I'm just, taking things a little slow here. Honestly, I think because so many of these mechanics were quite new in 1998, like a lot of this was not intuitive in that day and age. I think it's quite okay that the game does this. Oh, it didn't even get a chance to look down yet. There's the man.
Who's that?
Ho, ho,
I'm
ho.
here to save you. You're the DARPA chief, Donald Anderson, right?
You here to save me, huh? What's your outfit?
Sneaking
I'm the pawn
suit.
they sent here to save your worthless butt.
Really? It's true. You don't look
Donald
like one of them.
Anderson.
In that case, hurry up and get me out of here.
Slow down. Don't worry. First, I want some information about the terrorists.
The terrorists?
Do they really have the ability to launch a nuke?
What are you talking about?
The terrorists are threatening the White House. They say if they don't accede to their demands, they'll launch a nuclear weapon.
Sweet Jesus.
Is it possible?
It's possible. They could launch a nuke.
How do they plan to launch? I thought this place was just for keeping the dismantled warheads. They shouldn't have access to a missile.
What I'm about to tell you is classified information. Okay?
Okay, stay zipped
We're
up.
conducting exercises with a new type of experimental weapon. A weapon that will change the world.
What?
A weapon with the ability to launch a nuclear attack from any place on the face of the Earth. A nuclear-equipped walking battle tank.
Here it comes.
Metal Gear.
Yes!
It can't be.
He said the thing!
You knew? Metal Gear is one of the most secret black projects. How did you know that?
Look at that robot.
We've had a couple of run-ins in the past.
So
that's the reason
good.
you were here at this disposal site?
Why else would I come to a godforsaken place like this?
I had heard the Metal Gear project was scrapped.
On the contrary, it's grown into a huge joint project
Oh
between
my
Arms
god,
Tech
these
and
camera
ourselves.
shots, I'm in love!
We were going to use this exercise as raw data and then proceed to mass production.
No, Yoji Shinkawa is the graphical designer of this game. He hit a gold mine with this
Hadn't
robot.
been for the revolution.
This is one of the most classic giant robots in the world.
Rex has fallen into the hands of terrorists.
Rex.
Metal Gear Rex. The code name for the new Metal Gear.
Even the name is so iconic.
They're probably already finished arming the warheads.
Incredible.
With Rex. These guys are pros. They're all experienced in handling and equipping weapons.
Hey! Shut up in there, will ya?
Damn,
But I
Snake is
thought that all
smooth.
nuclear warheads were equipped with safety measures. Some kind of detonation code that you have to input.
Pal.
Oh, you mean PAL? Yes, of course, there is a PAL. It's set up so that you need to input 2 different passwords in order to launch the device.
There are 2 passwords?
Yes, Baker knows one, and I know one.
Baker, the president of Arms Tech.
That's right. Each of us needs to input our password, or there can be no launch. But they found out my password.
You talked?
Psycho Mantis can read people's minds. You can't resist.
Psycho Mantis?
Don't you remember the
One of the
briefing?
members of Foxhound. He has psychic powers.
Yeah.
This is bad.
I thought it was just gobbledygook.
It's just
Psychic
a matter of
powers.
time before they get Baker.
What a load of bull.
If they find out Baker's password,
Yes, they'll be able to launch a nuke anytime. But there is a way to stop the launch.
what?
The card keys.
Card keys?
They were designed by Arms Tech, the system developers, as an emergency override. Even without the passwords, you can just insert the card keys and engage the safety lock.
And if I do that?
Yes, you can stop the launch.
Nice.
That card key.
I guess that's our next
Where
move.
are the keys?
Baker should have them. Listen, you need 3 card keys. There are 3 different slots to put them in. You need to insert a card into each one of them.
Okay, 3 card keys. Do you know where they might be keeping Baker?
Somewhere in the 2nd floor basement.
Oh, that's
Second floor basement.
that's convenient.
I heard the
That's
guards
right
say
below.
They moved him to an area that has a lot of electronic jamming.
Any other clues?
Yes, they cemented over the entrances, but didn't have enough time to paint them. Why don't you look for the areas where the walls are a different color?
Huh. Okay. Guess we can give that a go.
Here, take this. It's my ID card.
Hmm.
It'll open any level 1 security door.
Not a very flattering
It's called
picture.
a hand card. It works together with your body's own electrical field.
Personal area network, huh?
It transmits data using the salts in your body as the transmission
Hmm.
medium.
Well, I am quite salty, especially
As you
at
approach the door's security
Counter-Strike.
devices, they'll read the data stored in the card.
And the doors will open automatically. Gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna get you out of here.
Wait a minute.
What is it?
You haven't heard any other way to disarm the PAL, have you? From your bosses or anyone?
No,
Are you sure you haven't heard anything?
I just said no.
So does the White House plan to give in to the terrorists' demands?
That's their problem. It has nothing to do with my orders.
But what about the Pentagon?
Pentagon? What is it?
Whoa. He said the P word.
Hey, what happened?
What? He's turning into a zombie. Or just dying?
Dead.
Oh, that's not good.
Naomi, the chief. What happened?
I don't know. It looked like a heart attack, but
A heart attack? No,
Colonel, are you hiding
This is
something from
awkward.
me?
absolutely not. Snake, you've got to understand. This op is security level red. You need the highest security clearance to get access to the complete file.
You want me to believe that you're in charge of this op, but you don't have complete access to the file?
I told you, the Secretary of Defense is in operational control. I'm just here as your support. Snake, we don't have time to debate. Get out of there and find President Baker.
Well, this is kind of bad. So, out of our 4 tasks, we just screwed up on one of them. Someone's having a bad time out there. Doesn't sound too good. Anyway, yeah, out of our 4 tasks, we succeeded on one. We determined that yes, the terrorists have nuclear strike capability with a freaking Metal Gear. And, but we failed on saving the DARPA chief in a major way by having him die in front of us of a heart attack. That's odd. I'm gonna hide under this bed. until I feel better. Oh boy. Oh, the door's open. That's convenient. Well, we don't have to escape through the vents then. I guess we can walk on out of there. But I'm going to do that next time. I'll just close my thoughts. Oh, we're going to call Mei Ling, of course. I'm going to close my thoughts. I love, even though this game is much simpler in its plot department than the next one, or really any other Metal Gear after this, I love that the kind of clandestine spy bullshit starts this early. We were like 40 minutes in when we find out that there is some hidden stuff going on about, there's a secret black ops going on here at this nuclear disposal facility where they're building a giant robot. Yes! So much fun. And then mysteries crop up. Like, what the hell? Like, what a weirdly specific moment to have a heart attack right now. Curious, ain't it? Very strange. So I love it. I really dig it. And I love the breezy pace of this game. I didn't think we'd get this far in my first recording session, but we're an hour in of actual gameplay, and we've already handled the DARPA chief situation. Very cool. I love this game. I love it so much. I can't wait to see what happens next time. But let's first call up Mei Ling one last time. Close it.
Sorry, the Soliton radar won't work in a narrow space. Too much harmonic resonance. The radio waves produce interference, and we can't analyze the data. Try to hang on until you get to a more open space, okay?
That's why it stops working when we're underneath, when we're crawling in a space. Okay, good to know. Yeah, I love that they have all these explanations in this game for this stuff. Anyway, yeah. Let's close it off.
Don't give up, Snake.
Aw, no interesting quote for us? That's unfortunate. Oh well, it happens. So, guys, as you can tell, I'm so excited to play this game, and things are going to get crazy next time. We're going to have actual action next time, so we're going to see how well my, it looks like my stealth is pretty on point. Age hasn't slowed me down one bit in that department, because I got all the way to the DARPA chief without getting caught. We'll see how well I do in a firefight, which is coming up, guys. Don't think I can stealth my way through the rest of the game that easy. By which I'm saying I'm probably going to get busted, but there's also going to be some plot-mandated fights coming our way sooner than you might think. So, that should be fun. I'll catch you all next episode for all of that Metal Gear goodness. Bye-bye.